My name is M, and I collect cookbooks. A little bit about this book. Yeah, that sucks. That is terrible. Hello everybody, my name is M and I collect cookbooks. This year I've decided that I can't buy any more cookbooks until I cook something from every single one of the cookbooks that I own. Currently I have 114, one down, 113 to go. So this was a request from someone very near and dear to me. This is for you. And I really do like this book. You know, the first Lonely Planet book that I got was Italy from the source, and I got it for Christmas one year. It was one of those presents where you just buy it yourself and then you get the money back afterwards. So it was really good. I really liked it. And afterwards, a few years later, I went on one of these book sales, and I saw that they had a few more Lonely Planet books. So I picked this one up, along with Mexico, and one more is Thailand, but today we're focusing on Spain. So there are quite a few recipes from this book that I'm interested in. For one, there's actually like a duck with wine and pears, and then some octopusy things, which everybody likes. But today we're focused on making a ham and cheese sandwich, but this is not just any ham and cheese sandwich. This one has truffle in it. So it's basically supposed to be mozzarella with some kind of high-end curd meat and truffle oil. I use crab mozzarella, don't judge me, I could not find buffalo mozzarella for the life of me. And then I also made this stew. It is basically a chicken stew with some ground almonds and saffron. So it's really gorgeous, really nice and herbal and generally just delicious. I hope you'll enjoy it. Also, as a side note to those of you who might be squeamish, we're gonna do some butchering this round, so I will tell you when to avert your eyes. So this is a really easy sandwich to make. Basically, you want to get ham that's a little bit better than your regular ham, and generally buffalo mozzarella, but the only cheese that was available was pre-shredded mozzarella. So you're gonna be a little bit fastidious here, and you're going to have to cut off the edges of your bread. I don't know why, normally I don't, but you'll see I use them up a little bit later, so there's no waste involved. So you want to lay whatever cheese you have flat on a single layer so that it's easier to melt, and then drizzle a little bit of your truffle oil on top. You can skip this if you want, but the truffle oil really does add a nice edge to it. And then you're gonna take your ham. I'm using a speck. Any ham will do. Any dry curd ham. That's going to be great. You can use as much or as little as you like. I'm using quite a lot, as you can see. And also quite a lot of butter, which you want to melt. Get it hot, but not too hot. And don't leave it on one side for too long or it will burn. And you want to cut into that immediately. And try not to burn yourself while you're doing it. You're not going to regret taking that first bite. Listen to that. Now we move on to the chicken dish, which, let's face it, is never gonna look as yellow as that unless you add coloring or up the contrast. But see, what I meant earlier, that you would definitely be using the bread sides of the bread, whatever the case. I'm just going to pulse them up really, really quickly to make breadcrumbs, which we're going to use to thicken the sauce for the chicken later. These are all the thickeners. You can see a bit of flour, the breadcrumbs, ground almond, bay leaf, and saffron. Saffron's not really everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. And madeleines, pastries and stuff. So now you want to finely dice an onion. It's the usuals. And after that, you're gonna want to dice some garlic. Mince it up really fine. And remember what I said about a little warning ahead of time so you can avert your eyes while that's coming up. In 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Oh yeah, so now you're gonna want to look away. I could talk to you about a lot of other stuff while this is going on. So I've been watching The Witcher. What do you think about The Witcher? I quite like it. Geralt of Rivia is really, really good looking. Oof. And you know what? It kinda does make sense to talk about Geralt of Rivia while there's butchering going on the screen. You know. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that scene for any of you guys. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't, you should. If it freaks you out, don't. And hey, we're almost done. Everything's nice and clean now. So, back to the cooking. You want to oil a pan enough for you to brown the chicken pieces in. I would not make them too brown. There's really no need for that because it's going to go into stew anyway and cook down. So, as brown as you have patience for. I don't have that much patience. You're going to saute your onion and garlic mixture now. And it's really, really easy. You want to add the flour in. Well, you don't really want to add the flour in. I did a bit earlier. And I can imagine it would have been actually better if I added the flour in after everything was cooked. But I think I made do, basically. I made a roux ahead of time with the cooking. So after I added the flour, I cooked it down. Then I added the breadcrumbs and the almonds both. And after that, I added a mixture of 50% water and 50% wine. If you don't want to use wine at all, just use 100% water. If you want to use 100% wine, I'm not judging you. Give that a quick stir. And then you want to add some bay leaves and saffron. I've got a big fat pinch here, and then I kept adding more because it wasn't getting yellow enough for my liking. But you know, the saffron will give out its color the longer it cooks. So go steadily. You can return the chicken to the pan now. And as you can see, this pan is terribly, terribly small, which seems to be a running theme with my cooking. So that clearly wasn't working out for me, but I did try to stir and, you know, cook in a small pan until I gave up and figured that this one was much better. And then after that, I could just, you know, add more wine so that the sauce would loosen up a bit. And there you go, perfect. And as you can see, the sauce is now a lot yellower than before, which means it's almost ready. You're going to cook it down for about 2 to 3 hours because this is an old bird. So it takes a lot longer to cook than a regular bird. Top it up with parsley after you top it up with sauce. And then that's it. You can serve it up with protein of your choice, carb of your choice, veg of your choice even. So I'm really happy the sandwich turned out really good despite the fact that the mozzarella was far from ideal. The stew was also really good. I think it could have cooked for a little bit more, and I probably should not have put the flour in that early. Lesson learned. Next time put flour in last so you can thicken it. But I think it's pretty good. The stew would probably make really good leftovers, or if you want to like shred up the chicken and mix pasta in it, whatever the case. I like this book, and I'll probably cook from it again. Probably make those sandwiches many more times. So who knows, maybe I too will become a purveyor of the ham and cheese sandwich. Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, thank you all for your time. Hit the like button if you like this. Subscribe. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment and let me know what else you'd like me to cook from next. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you all next time.